sports or track, people are always like, yo, just our future look good and all that stuff, future stars and all that. But honestly, guys, if the support system don't change, my kid's not running for Jamaica. Not running for Jamaica. Sorry to say that, but it's just facts, My wife is Canadian and Ghanaian, so there are options. I remember back in 2006, I was offered millions of US dollars to run for another country. And at the time, I turned it down because I didn't know, it was very early, so I didn't know what the future would. If I knew what I know now, I would have taken up that opportunity. So I love my country and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's business, it's my life, it's my future. If we don't have support, money makes the world go round, and everybody want more money and more money every day. And they want to be comfortable and live a good life. No athlete wants to retire and go work a 9 to 5 or go sit down and struggling, wondering what's next. We all want to have a good life afterwards. Our money should work for us when we retire. When I know a lot of people, you guys feel like you want to level up and all that stuff and feel like you want to disrespect athletes, but it's a different level, guys. It's no one like speaking up for the athletes. I've been trying to speak up for years, but nobody else, the people at the top don't want to speak up because it's a selfish sport and everybody else is so selfish. So Noah is speaking up, and I really respect that he wants the sport to change. So I support him 100%, If you don't go to the Olympics and win a medal, it's like you haven't accomplished anything. No other sport does that. Football, most of the footballers have never been to Olympic Games. Most of the basketballers have never been to Olympic Games. A lot of people never go to Olympic Games, and yet they are the greatest athletes in the world and all that stuff. But track and field, if you don't go to Olympics and win a medal or do this and do that, you're nobody. You understand? So I'm happy that Noah is speaking up about all of this right now. So if everything don't change, none of them not running for free. None of them not gonna run for free. I run for free my entire life. I run for Jamaica just country pride and all that stuff, just to wear the color and all that. I run for free for the country. Nothing. I've never gotten anything from the country. So if all of that don't change, these kids not running for Jamaica. Then they're not gonna run in Jamaica. So that's why I have to respect what Michael Johnson is doing, because he's trying to make it easier for the athletes to make money and to make good money. If you're not at the top, if you're not like a Usain Bolt or Asafa Powell or Justin Gatlin, you don't really see real money. You understand? So I respect that, Michael Johnson is making it a lot easier. That's why I'm just sorry that Jamaica didn't support it a lot more, because that's why they started in Jamaica, because Jamaica is supposed to be a track and field country, which I don't think it is actually. It's just a wagon type of thing, I think. Where because we have people winning and all that stuff, everybody jump on the wagon. But when you see Messi come Jamaica, the whole stadium full up. Because Jamaica is a football country. I believe Jamaica is a football country because all the football matches are packed. And I love football too. I love all the sports. But this thing where people say Jamaica is a track country, I don't believe Jamaica is a track country. Jamaica is a football country. And Jamaica love cricket too. And stuff. Love all this. We love the sports, but I don't think it's just that track and field is actually leading. It's just the results, I guess. You understand? So, Jamaica is a football country. It's a football country, I think.
I will say good afternoon to all my viewers and my subscribers. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, School as Jamaica TV. Please give the video a likes, a comment, and please remember to hit the notification bell. Whenever I drop a video, you'll be first notified. So the Asafa Powell saga continue, my viewers. You know, a few weeks ago, Asafa's son ran in a sport day at his school, and apparently he came first. And from that video circulating on social media, that viral video with Asafa's son running at the sport day, came Asafa with a statement which don't go well for some Jamaicans. You know, social media is having a buzz about this statement that Asafa made, saying that none of his kids will ever run for Jamaica if the system don't change. Get what I'm saying? As I said, this is stemming from the sport day viral video of Asafa's son. You know, everyone is entitled to their opinion. I mean, you cannot force a man to do what he want to do with his kids or his children. You know, the man say his children is not gonna run for Jamaica. I mean, you cannot fight him if that's what his opinion is. You know, he must have a reason why he's saying that. You get what I'm saying? I mean, he's a veteran athlete. He run all his life for Jamaica. He was the fastest man for Jamaica before Usain Bolt came on the scene. You know? So I mean, he have a right to say what he want to say. So in a statement, Asafa saying, honestly guys, if the system doesn't change, my kids not running for Jamaica. Sorry to say that, it's just the fact. You know what I mean? My wife is Canadian and Ghanaian, or there are options, said Mr. Powell. So basically Powell say, him pick them can run for Ghana, or them can go run for Canada. You see what I say? So basically him say him have a lot of options for the pick them, for the kids them. If the system don't change in Jamaica, you know, he's not ruling out for them running for Jamaica or compete for Jamaica, but he's saying if the system don't change, like more benefits, you know, they can get their money when they run. Cause he's saying, as I said, he ran all his life for Jamaica without any benefit. You get what I'm saying? So that's basically what Asafa is saying. Not surprisingly, Mr. Powell was the biggest name in Jamaican male track and field, as I said before Mr. Usain Bolt snatched the title of world fastest man from him. Yes, has found himself in the midst of raging controversy, as I said, controversial, now with abroad over his recent comment, as I said before, about his kids not competing for Jamaica. So this thing gone worldwide now. People are take it up and I talk about it. You get me? Powell go on to say, I remember back in 2006, I was offered millions of US dollars to run for another country. And at the time, I turned it down because I didn't know what the future holds. If I knew what I knew now, I would have taken up that opportunity, Mr. Powell said on a broadcast, my viewers and subscribers. So basically, Powell has him get a whole heap of offer to run for the other country, and him turn down the offer because them the time them never know what the future hold. He go on to say no athletes want to retire and go to work 9 to 5 or sit down struggling and wondering what next. We all want to have a good life afterward. Money should work for us when we retire. Basically, that is what Asafa is saying. he also go on to say, I ran free my entire life. I ran for Jamaica. Just country pride and all that stuff to win a medal. I will never gotten anything from a country. He say never get nothing. You just run for pride. You know? As I said, Asafa is a veteran athlete in Jamaica, you know? He was the one holding the flag high until Usain Bolt burst on the scene. You know? He was the one hold up the flag until Usain burst on the scene. So, and I know a lot of Jamaicans have a lot of respect for Asafa, you know? But it's, some Jamaican didn't go well with what Asafa said about his kids not running for Jamaica. You know? Some Jamaican didn't take it lightly. And funny enough, Asafa Powell is not the only one who bashed out on J3 about the system. Remember former track and field star Ewan Blake and Merlin Atty, they all hit out on the system. So Asafa Powell is not the only one who hit out on the system and say these stuff about the facilities and the infrastructure and the money. You know? So I don't know why they're bashing the Sub-10 King just like that, you know? And maybe it's just the timing of his comment, you know? Because some people are saying that Asafa don't know if his kids gonna be a successful athletes or they're gonna be fast enough to compete for another country, etc., etc. So they were saying that they didn't find this statement really relevant from Mr. Powell. You know? So I don't know guys. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but you know? So it's out there in the media right now. Everyone is talking about it. So it's just one of those things, you know. I mean, as I said, Asafa is a national treasure. You know? National treasure. We respect Asafa Powell. You know? The Sub-10 King, as I said. This man did it for Jamaica. He paid the way for these future athletes. You know? So this man has done what he has done. Have to do. And the fact that he's saying his wife is from Canada and Ghana, he's sending a statement that, listen, J3, if you don't change up the system, my kids will be running for Canada or my kids will be running for Ghana. Because his wife, you know, is not Jamaican. So he's just sending a warning, you know? They say who feels it knows. So basically Asafa is saying he don't want what he go through with the system, J3 system. He don't want his kids to come and go through the same thing. So he want the system to change in order for his kids to represent Jamaica. You get what I say? As the Powell tradition of sprinting, you know, to stay within the land of food and water. And I mean, as I said, you have a point. You have a valid point, you know. You have a valid point. Every man is free to their own speech. Whatever you want to say, you're free to say it. He's his own big man. And I mean, you cannot fight a man for saying what he want to say. You know? And the next thing again, when these kids grow up and if they decide to run for Jamaica, can Mr. Powell stop them from running for Jamaica? That is another topic. If they said, oh daddy, I want to run for my country, are you going to force them to run for another country? Or to compete for another country? You know? So, I mean, I know Mr. Powell is very angry about the past and how the system treated him. You know? As he say, he ran all his life and he don't receive anything. So he's just a bit angry. And I think the public can forgive him, the Jamaican fraternity can forgive him, you know. He's just a bit angry and, you know, words just come out at, you know, but as I said, he's a great athlete and we respect you, Mr. Powell, you know. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Drop a comment, drop a like. Thank you very much.